Y'all better drag Stephanie the same way y'all drag Candace. What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 14. And the name of the episode is called Navigating Friendships. Now, I feel like this episode was more of a filler episode, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Remember last episode, Marisol friend Richard gifted her a 2-day cruise where she can bring all of her friends on the cruise. He gifted it to her as a wedding present. So the episode starts off, we see Gertie. Gertie is checking in on Stephanie. Stephanie said that she hadn't heard from any of the ladies since their trip to Spain. Stephanie said that she doesn't understand how her words got misconstrued. Stephanie, girl, you said exactly what Marisol and Alexia said you said. But the thing is, she's trying to play it off as if she didn't say it because she didn't say it about them specifically. You plan on leaving some of the girls in Marbella, or you wanted to leave the girls in Marbella to show that you was a boss, to show that you were not to be messed with, to show that you are strong, or quote unquote that bitch.
I was that bitch.
You wanted to leave somebody there to show that you're not to be played with or you're not to be messed with, and you really wanted to leave Lisa. You just didn't think that Marisol and Alexia would take offense to it. You said that. Then we get Alexia. Alexia is FaceTiming Larsa. Larsa says that every scenario, Lisa is turning herself into a victim. I kind of see it different. I see Larsa always trying to be the victim in every scenario. Okay? But I am fair. I do got to be fair. At the first blow up that they had after the Greek goddess, she did apologize to Lisa first. Remember, they was eating outside? She did apologize to Lisa first. Lisa didn't seem like she wanted to come in. Remember the man at the restaurant had to tell her, girl, you too loud, you need to go outside. And she went outside, and Larsa did apologize to her. Larsa got up and hugged her. But I really feel like Larsa apologized to Lisa just so she can unfollow Mark.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I do. Okay. Next, we got Julie and Marisol. Martina was at home with the kids baking pie. Martina seems to be very hands-on with these kids. I'm sure that she is taking being a parent to those boys seriously, at least to me. I think because, first of all, I think that this is probably her first time really around young kids like that. I don't think that her and Julia have been married that long to where she helped Julia raise her daughters. I don't think that they have been together that long. But I also think it's because these are her and Julia kids together. So there is a difference between Julia kids that she got with another man and the kids that her and Julia share together that are equally theirs, that they adopted, right? Because those kids that Julia had in her other baby daddies didn't steal them kids' daddy, but these kids right here belong to her and Julia. And I think that Martina is really happy to be in that role. Julia said that she spoke to her oldest daughter, Victoria. When she got off the phone, she said that she loves her. I'm sure your daughters love you, Julia, girl. They're just hurt. But I feel like that you're leaving something out. I don't feel like we know exactly what the problem is, and that is what is disturbing me and my homegirls. I don't feel like that we know exactly what the problem is. I just can't see that the girls are upset that y'all adopted these kids and it caused them to not talk to y'all. It gotta be because they black. I'm just black. I don't know. It's just, to me, I just feel like it's something else that you're not telling us. And I really wish that you wouldn't have. I really wish that Julia wouldn't have brought this storyline on this show, because I don't feel like, I'm pretty sure they'll explain it at the reunion. But I feel like that she's leaving something out.
Lying, trifling bitch.
Marisol is worried about the cruise because she has already invited all of the women on the cruise. She said that she doesn't want another fight to happen on the cruise and embarrass herself where she'll be banned from Richard's kingdom. And she keep on calling Richard Dick. I remember when I was like in the 4th grade and I found out that Dick was a nickname for Richard. She keep on calling him Dick. You know, she could be real crass sometimes. Julia shared that Stephanie was upset with her because she offered her plane to Julia to get to Marbella, but then she took Marisol and Alexia aside in their disagreement. I'm sure anyone who watched the show took Marisol and Alexia aside, which is why Stephanie is trying to backpedal and act like she didn't say what she said. Marisol said that Stephanie is loud and bossy. I can't allow that for Marisol.
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
Not over here. You ain't doing that over here. Then we get Kiki and her daddy, Larsa. She thanks her dad for helping her with the death threats that she was receiving from her family members. Remember, she said that her daddy stepped in to help. Her family members was upset because they want Kiki to bring all of them over in from Haiti. Kiki is reconnecting with her dad. She says that she's choosing to forgive her dad. Remember, Kiki daddy put her out when she was 15. She said that she took some risque photos. Her stepmama didn't approve of them and told her daddy that he didn't want her at her house. And the dad told the stepmama to kick her out. And she said that they sent her outside with a backpack on at 15 years old in the rain.
Oh my God.
The dad is saying that he would never treat her bad. Show you right. Show you right. You wouldn't treat her bad now because she has money and she's famous now. Which is why I feel like that's the real reason he stepped in and got the family members off of Kiki back. Because as long as she was taking care of him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not gonna mess up my cash cow. Y'all not gonna mess up my money. I wouldn't give a damn who she take care of as long as I'm over here. He could care less. And I do feel like, you know, those tears that Kiki was crying, I was like, I do feel like Kiki do got a lot of pressure on her because even when, you remember earlier when we saw her, Summer, and her mama kept on saying, you need to respect him. You need to respect him. But do me respecting my father mean that I need to take care of this nigga?
And bitch, who? Who?
Right? Because they saying in the Haitian culture, it's this is that. Do me respecting my daddy mean that I got to take care of this nigga? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm like Jay-Z, bitch, you won't see one red cent. He wouldn't see one red cent. Kiki said it took a lot of healing for her to forgive her dad. The dad is basically saying, look at all the cameras that you own now because of what happened. Basically, because of we put you out at 15 years old, look at where you made it today. So you just need to let it go. But I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I had my times at trying therapy. I don't know how to let nothing go. If you did me wrong, I could probably forgive it in a, you know what I'm saying? I could probably forgive it a little bit, but I'm not over it. I'm always going to bring it up. And I do think that I need therapy in that. I feel like I'm over it, but I'm not going to let you forget what you did to me. You put me out at 15 years old. Every time I would give him his rent payment, I'd be like, yeah, you put me out. And I probably grab that check back towards my hand. I think that the dad really just wants to move on. He doesn't really want to be held accountable to what him putting Kiki out at 15 years old. And I'm serious. He wouldn't get not one red cent from me until he apologized. And I mean that. Next, we get Lisa. Jody gives me like he kind of off. Jody said that, you know, as much as he loves Lisa, they fight a lot. And they fight so much that he have to go and sleep on the couch sometimes. See, Lisa didn't really want to tell all that. She didn't really want to tell all of that. I don't know what they could be fighting about because Lisa seems to me as a person, Lisa seems a real dingy a little bit. She seemed real dinky. She don't seem all the way there either. So I guess they make a good couple. Jody said that he's relieved that Lisa got a divorce, but it seems to be more drama now coming from within the friend group. He said that he had an agreement with Larsa not to bring him up or cause drama with him. And he heard that she was putting his name and stuff, so he ended up texting her. He said that Larsa was the one who initiated texting each other within their friendship, and now she's trying to weaponize it. And he also said that he didn't understand why him sending a text to Larsa is so bad when Russell yelled at Larsa last season. And they rolled that beautiful bean footage and showed it. And that's what I be talking about with Gertie. This is the stuff with Gertie that I don't like Gertie about. Because when Larsa showed Gertie those text messages in Spain, Gertie was doing the most. She was, oh my, you know what I'm saying? She was really doing the most, girl. But your husband literally yelled at Larsa. So, girl, what are we doing? He only wrote something through her through text message. And from the text message that they read, they wasn't bad. It wasn't like he was calling her a bitch or a hoe or nothing like that. And she even said that her own mouth it was nothing like that. It's just that Gertie, for me, she does the most. She a black girl, so I'm always rock with her. So, but only so far. I don't think that I like Gertie. I don't. And I'm just being honest. Next, we got Stephanie. She is visited by Anastasia Soray, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills, darling. I only know her because her makeup is on RuPaul's Drag Race. When the girls win the girls, GWORLS, when they win RuPaul's Drag Race, they get a year or 2 year supply from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Is the makeup good? It gotta be good if they turn their niggas into women.
Stop playing with me.
Stephanie is hosting a Christmas party and she's giving gifts that will include makeup from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, is that shade, Phaedra? What you trying to say about these girls? The girls don't use Fenty or CoverGirl. They need drag makeup. I'm sure it will work on Marisol though. Marisol need if it can turn a nigga into a man, we need Anastasia. Marisol need the Anastasia of Beverly Hills more than anybody. Her and her mama.
That's wrong.
Now, Stephanie said at her Christmas party, she's creating a drink, and all the proceeds from the drink will go to Kiki's charity, which is the Haitian Health Foundation. So you mean to tell me that Stephanie is throwing a party and she doesn't have an open bar? They have to buy the drinks, baby, to not be black in America. Baby, y'all drug Candace when they didn't have an open bar at her first wedding anniversary. Her 1 year wedding anniversary. Remember, she didn't have an open bar during the pandemic, season 5. She didn't have an open bar, and baby, she was clowned all over the internet. Get her off of the Housewives. She regular. She don't got an open bar. Get her off the TV. But Miss Money, Miss I got a private jet, right? Miss I don't want no kids, Birkins and boogers. She mean to tell me she don't have an open bar? Anastasia thinks that Stephanie should have had 3 kids by now. Stephanie says that Masood is 24 years older than her, and when the kids are 10, he'll be 74. I do think that's a huge age gap, but you don't know what the Lord has in store. I think that Stephanie is thinking that Masood won't be here that long, or what type of father would he be to the children? Which is why she said that she really don't want children. I believe that she really do want children. But you have to look at it, Stephanie. Martina is 68. She adopted 2 boys. And she's 68 years old. So that's 2 years older. You know, you just never really know what the Lord has in store. And I remember Karen telling Ashley had the same thing. Karen said that her having Raven with Ray kept Ray young. So, I mean, you just never really know what happened. Stephanie shares with Anastasia that she's having trouble with her delivery with the women. Anastasia thinks it's because she's a woman who is a boss and have to be stern with men, and I disagree. I think that Stephanie just looked down on these women. You can't tell me that Stephanie behaves the same way with Anastasia the way that she behaves with these women, because she actually looks up to Anastasia. She acts like that with the women because she looked down on them and because she has more than them, and I believe that she acts like that with every woman that she comes in contact with, and I'm sure of it. Every woman that does not have what she has in the bank or doesn't have more than what she has, she look down on them and she try to play big dog. So now it's the day of the cruise. Now the cruise is going to start in Miami and end in Miami. So it's only going to be for 2 days. It don't really sound like a cruise. It sounds like they're just going to be sitting on some water. That's what it sounds like to me. I've never been on a cruise. I'm scared of water, but this is the type of cruise I'm staying on, because if I get sick, I'm just getting up off the cruise. Okay? The girls are talking and having drinks, and Adriana is moping around. She said that she pinched her nerve, so she's in some type of pain, and she's sad because her birthday is the next week. She said that she feels pressure and devaluation as a woman. She said that she was exchanged for a younger model twice. I like Adriana, and I feel it a little bit, but as a man, I just don't get it. I always thought it was crazy to age shame somebody, because to me, getting older is the goal. A younger person wants to get to where you are. You got to get here. You would hope or be happy to get where I am, right? So the older person to me is always in the winning position and always has the upper hand. And the thing with me with Adriana is that she's turning 59 years old and she looks damn good.
Come on, give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
So if anybody tries to age shame her, you just tell them to get there. And I don't think that Kiki really meant, girl, you too old. I think that is Adriana's insecurity, because she's been loved for 2 younger women before. Kiki wasn't really age shaming her when she said, you are too old to be talking like that, right? I don't think it was age shaming. It was like, girl, you too old to be behaving like that, not like you old and haggard. I think that she just read too much into it, but it could be the language barrier. Then Marisol invites everybody else to her room for snacks and booze. Marisol room is the Rockstar suite. I think I saw Funky Dineva on a cruise, and he shared a video of him being in the same suite. It's really, really nice. Sorry if y'all can hear the landscape and people are outside. So if y'all hear people cutting their grass, please, you listen. Please don't get mad at me, okay? She shares with the movie that there have been too many fights in the group, and so she had to separate the group for dinner because she said they can't sweep it under the rug. So in one group, it's going to be Marisol and Alexia.
Of course.
Julia, Lisa, and Adriana. And in the other group, it's going to be Stephanie, Larsa,
Of course.
Kiki, and Gertie. And so when she split up the groups, I was thinking, what sense does that make? Because the girls who are beefing are in different groups. But then I thought about the first scene of this episode where Larsa was supposed to ease the tensions between Stephanie and Alexia was supposed to ease the tension between Lisa and Larsa. So next we get to the dinner. Julia ended up showing up first. Now Julia was giving hair this episode. The 2 times we saw Julia this episode, her hair looked nice to me. Lisa was on time, and everybody else is late. Now, when Marisol came down and they said that she was 53 minutes late, I'm like, because I really, when y'all say that somebody's late, they say like 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 53 minutes late. Depending on how quickly they bring up my food, I would have already ate my food and my dessert, and I would have been ready to go. I'm telling you, me personally, I want to, but it depends on the check. Or text me. I'm the type, if this person is always going to be late, if I'm meeting with people that's always late, let me know when they downstairs. Once they get here, let me know. I could be laying down with my pants on. All I got to do is put on my shirt so it don't get wrinkled and put the shirt on and just come directly downstairs. But I'm not waiting for 53 minutes for nobody. That's too much of a wait. But Richard, the guy who invited them on the trip, he's really set it out for them because the girls are ordering everything on the menu. The chefs, the waiters and stuff are bringing everything on the menu down there so the girls can taste it. Then we talk about Lisa versus Larsa. Kiki says that, Lisa unfollowed Marcus and they still beefing. And Larsa says, look, she said some really hurtful things. She said that I hired the paparazzi to follow Marcus, and that's how the paparazzi got the photo of him too. Now, is it me, or are y'all disturbed that Bravo keeps showing this photo of Marcus too? They not blurring anything out. We can see Marcus. We can see the cocaine. We can see the cocaine spoon, and they keep showing it. And Marcus is not a cast member on the show. Marcus wasn't a husband on the show. Marcus ain't a baby daddy on the show. Marcus was a fling on the show. He wasn't even with Larsa when the photo was taken. So I don't understand why Bravo, they have literally showed this photo every fucking episode. Now, Lisa didn't say that. Jody said that the paparazzi guy told her that, and that's what he told Larsa. So I don't know why she's trying to take it out on Lisa. And Larsa, you may not have anything to do with the photo being taken. I couldn't give you grace and say that, but you definitely got everything to do with Bravo plastering it on the screen every fucking episode. You definitely got something to do with that. You definitely got something to do with that, bitch. Lisa said that Larsa texted Jody first. Now, Lisa, I be trying to rock with you, but that's totally different from what Jody said. He said that Larsa started texting in their friendship. But he said that when Lisa said that she was talking shit, that he texted her. So that's not true, Lisa. I don't know if you... Lisa gives me a little dink. Lisa gives me that she was probably in content mastery a little bit. She do. And that's really hard for a girl. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing worse than a dumb girl. A girl having to go to content mastery ain't nothing worse than that. I don't care how beautiful you is. If you listen to me, I just think that listen, don't call me sexist or nothing like that, but ain't nothing worse than a girl that got to go to content mastery. I feel like all girls should be smart.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
Okay? Is that toxic? Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. Larsa said that she needs a huge apology from Lisa, and if I'm Lisa, girl, you wouldn't get one. I already unfollowed Marcus, and you were saying, so what? You wasn't appreciative, okay? And I'm not doing shit else. I ain't doing shit else. But I just feel in my heart that they gonna browbeat Lisa into now apologizing to Larsa, and Larsa gonna get what she wants. Lisa said that she just needs Larsa to leave Jody out of it, and I agree. But that's how Larsa wants to fight. Larsa wants to attack Jody because she feels like y'all are taking Marcus's side. Ain't nothing really she could really say about Lisa. Stephanie is at the dinner with her group. Stephanie is quiet. She said that her sister told her she got bad delivery, and now her friends are telling her that she have bad delivery. Yeah, I do believe that people who you have more than are telling you that you have bad delivery. I'm pretty sure your mama wouldn't say it. I'm pretty sure Anastasia wouldn't say it. But the people, the women who you're around that you have more than, I'm pretty sure that they say that you got bad delivery. Alexia is in her group saying that her delivery is very abrasive. And Stephanie is saying, I'm not accepting because my delivery is bad in Spain that I was wrong. Girl, you were wrong, baby. You were wrong. And no matter how much money you got, would you be able to convince me that I didn't see something I saw? Not me. Maybe Larsa, but not me. Dinner is over with. And so Alexia, Marisol, and Julia, they're all in one room. And they get the FaceTime and Larsa flashed them her TV show.
You nasty.
Of course, she be over there doing that on OnlyFans. Allegedly. The next morning, Stephanie meets with Marisol in her room. They're supposed to go work out. And so they started talking about what happened in Spain. Stephanie said that she was heartbroken after the dinner in Spain.
Bitch, you're lying!
Girl, please. You wanted a grand moment. You was mad that Lisa showed up and Lisa had that shit on, and you wanted to cause a scene. You wasn't even arguing with nobody. You wasn't even arguing with nobody. You just didn't want her to get on your plane, and you want to play mean girl. You was not heartbroken. So she said that when she got in the car, she thought that Marysol and Larsa was her safe space. And Marisol said, girl, there is no safe space in this group. And that's Stephanie. You got to watch it because she thinks she's slick. She's trying to make it seem like that Marisol and Alexia not going on her trip was about something else, right? So she said, nobody told me that y'all were mad at me. And Marisol said, look, girl, I'm not mad at you. I want to like you, but you ain't got to buy me. You ain't got to offer me stuff. You ain't got to tell me how stuff costs. And Stephanie apologizes. She said, I didn't know it was so bad that they felt like that if they broke one of my rules, that I would leave them stranded. But that's what you said, baby. That's what you said. You had the option of leaving people in Marbella if they disrespected you or broke one of your rules. That's exactly what you said. And you didn't say it specifically towards Lisa. You said it about all of the girls, and I believe that you would have left any girl there except for Larsa. I do believe that. Marisol said that it was her that didn't want to go. She told Alexia to go, but she was going to stay behind, and then she told Alexia to stay to have a day to themselves so they could walk around Seville. Stephanie said that's fine, but Julia told her in front of the group that she would leave them stranded. Not specifically them, but again, if I'm Marisol and Alexia, I'm not going because you even saying that about any one of them means that you would do it to me. And I'm not going to put myself in a situation where you can leave me stranded or leave me vulnerable. I'm not. And this is a serious matter. This is a big deal. And I can't wait to get to the reunion and hear what the other women have to say because they haven't seen in real time with them, they hadn't seen the footage. So they're going to be seeing it for the first time at the reunion or hear exactly what she said. And I think that's a big deal. Marisol said that she never got a chance to talk to her about it before everything blew up at the Della Plaza.
Bitch, you're lying.
Beloved, you did, beloved. You did. When she said it at the table, you and Alexia was cutting your eyes at each other, and you said you didn't want to go then. But you didn't say it in a moment because you punk puss. You said it, but you didn't really say. You was like, I don't think I want to go. But you didn't really tell her, girl, well, girl, I ain't going. You wanted to do it behind her back. Because if you would have confronted her about it, she would have apologized and you would have felt like that you had to go. But you wanted to be punk puss. I would have told her, girl, I ain't going, girl. Or you wanted to do it behind her back because y'all wasn't really balling like that. Well, y'all could have got a plane the next day. Now, I saw the after show from last episode. The way that they made it seem is like y'all was trying to rally the girls not to get on the plane. But to me, this is Housewives. Y'all was going to rally the girls not to get on her private jet. I feel like that y'all should have got a private jet yourself. You should have called King Richard or King Dick, Big Dick Richard, and told him, hey, damn that cruise, get me a private jet out here in the morning time. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. That's what I would have did to show the bitch up. That's what we like to see on Real Housewives. Gut punch that ass. Y'all, that was really the episode for me. This was more of a filler episode to me. Now, I'm trying to understand why it's okay for Miss Money to have a cash bar at her Christmas party, but Candace was dragged through the mud for having a cash bar at her wedding anniversary.
The line is always moving.
Because I want to see y'all dragging Stephanie. And do y'all think that Stephanie is this little chihuahua in this group because she got more than them?
Hey, you placed her further.
Or do y'all think that she show up like that in all of her friend groups? But y'all, that was the episode, y'all. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. Let me know in the comments. But y'all, that was the episode. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy. Tell him 25.